Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is CKB, Chad Knows Ball. Thank you for tapping in. We're going to go over some of the bets that I made today, some of the bets that the only bets actually that I gave out to you guys, talk about those real quick, and then get into the only prediction that I'm going to make in this video is the Baltimore Orioles at the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow. I do believe it's a getaway day for the Toronto Blue Jays, if I'm not mistaken. They may have another one. I don't really fully know. Perhaps I maybe should have done a little bit more homework on that, but I digress. I'm going to show you guys my slips, man, except there's one slip that I don't have that because I actually didn't end up making the bet. I was actually late on the mark with that, so I didn't make the bet. And it's not the end of the world anyway, because you guys, like, there's nobody watching these videos right now, so it's not like a big deal at all. I'm just, again, making this content because I'm going to make content every single day until people start to recognize me. I'm on like a particular like generational run right now, and that's probably the only really sad part about not having an audience yet, is that people would just be thinking I was just an absolute magician because I can't miss right now. I think I deposited like $100 2 to 3 days ago, and I think I'm up to like, I got like $1,300 in my gambling account right now. I know that's pennies, that's small, but listen, I'm not rich. $1,300 is a lot of money to somebody. It's a lot of money to me, especially considering I'm making $50 bets, $100 bets. You know how many bets you have to win consecutively to go from 100 to 1,300? I think mix in a few losses there. Mix in a few losses there. Like, for example, if I could get up on the screen. Oh, no, that's the basketball game. I was tilted so hard. I obviously hit this, which is insane because I forget who it was, but the guy dunked the ball with it didn't need to dunk the ball, and it went over by 2 points. But I digress. It gave me this big win, which was great because I was tilted out so bad from the Cubs-Cardinals game. Where's it at? Okay, here's a loss. Here's a loss that should have been a win. When I tell you guys, like, look, you're late in the game and you're a run away from covering the number, right? You're lucky to get one opportunity to cash in on it. We must have had 3 or 4 opportunities. And it was just a free thing after free thing. It was just the most frustrating shit, dude. Like, this should have been money in the bank, bro. Like, I can't even begin to describe to you guys how sick I was after this. And I didn't give this out. This was just kind of a bet I made like after the fact, like somewhere out in like throughout like the middle of the day. But freaking, let's see here. This is the basketball one. Okay, yeah. So this was, I did give this out. This was the White Sox. I thought I chalked this up to an L, you guys. So I got to go get some stuff from Home Depot, right? It's like 2-1 in the second inning. I'm like, oh, that's a great start. I go to Home Depot. I come back. It's the 6th inning, and it's still 2-1. Dude, the White Sox rattled off like 3 or 4 runs in the 8th and got us to our number. And initially, when I made the initial prediction video, the over, the number was 8, and then just before game time, it dropped to 7.5, which was like, I was like, all right, I was already going to bet over 8, so it was 7-1. The White Sox ended up winning 7-1, and it was, I didn't deserve this one. Listen, hand up, I deserved the Cubs Cardinals dub because I took the Cubs to the over, and that should have hit, dude. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that shit. It was just disgusting. So I guess it was kind of like karma, right? Because this was supposed to be an L. This ended up being a dub. And I would have been super stoked if a bunch of my, subscribers would have also tailed it because we would be celebrating together because it was just an unbelievable victory. What's this one? Oh, I live bet this. Bro, the Dodgers were beating the Phillies 2-1 early, and the Athletics were beating the Yankees 2-1 early. And I was like, fuck it, I'm on a heater, bro. So I live bet the Phillies to come back to win. And it was plus money on the Athletics. They were beating the Yankees, and the live bet was plus money. I get it. It's the Yankees, offensive firepower. And don't worry, dude. The Athletics tried to screw it. If you watched tonight's game, you would have seen that the Athletics tried to give it away. They got some long-haired right-hander that just spins up a bunch of bullshit. His fastball is literally 88 miles per hour. He's like this like change-up, sweeper specialist. I guess in the right spot, he's good to have in the back pocket, but bro, that's your closer. Like, they're lucky not to have given up a 5-run lead. It was 6-1. I think they ended up to come back to lose 6-4, and they left the bases loaded. Disgusting. I was like, oh, whatever. I actually started to chalk that up as an L because momentum was on New York side. Like, I was just like, oh, I've seen this movie before, but I think Jazz Chisholm come up and ground out to end the game. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, let's get into the prediction, man. This is the earliest game on the slate, and it's why I'm going to break it down, because it's going to be the first game that I have action on. It's at 9:15 Pacific Standard, and we're going to be looking at the Toronto Blue Jays at the Orioles. I guess at this point, the Orioles haven't been able to sniff out a dub against the old Blue Jays over here. Take a look at the pitching matchup, man. We got Spencer Miles, 2-0, the 2.16. Now, hand up, I don't know every single player to exist, and I can't say that I've seen every single pitcher throw this season. But his numbers look pretty decent. This to me reeks of maybe a bullpen guy that's now starting, or a guy that recently got called up. This is sort of like a small sample size from Spencer Miles, but the sample size looks pretty good. On the other side, you got one of their guys, Kyle Bradish. He's been doing the damn thing, and obviously he's been absolutely dealing. I personally think tomorrow Baltimore is going to get their get back. But oh my God, Springer. Okay, you got Springer. Springer in the past has absolutely owned Bradish. And if I'm going to lean into that a little bit, I'm going to suspect that if Springer has his way like he has with Kyle Bradish, we could count on Springer having a good offensive day, at least for the first 5 or 6 innings, because that's what I sort of project Kyle to do. I think he's going to give us a good outing, and I think he's going to keep the offense relatively limited over there. However, I do think that the Blue Jays are going to put up at least a couple of runs, man. Let's say, the Blue Jays score 3 to 4 runs in the game. If I think, if I think Baltimore is going to come out and come out firing, it's obviously a day game. Everybody's going to be seeing the ball well. We're at home, in Baltimore, and I think the Orioles are getting a little sick and tired of these pesky little bluebirds. So you guys know me. I mean, you guys, like I'm talking to somebody. If you happen to have been watching my videos, you know that when I bet the number, I never bet unders. I always bet overs. And typically I look for the value. Like I really like to bet plus money lines, but minus 125 isn't really all that too juicy. You know what I mean? It's not that heavy. And if I think Baltimore is going to win, I look at minus 125 and I say, not bad, especially if we parlay that with, oh, wow, the unders minus 105, overs minus. Oh, okay. So they're actually thinking this game goes over. Well, that's nice. Not that fucking matters, right? Like, none of this shit actually really matters. Like, all these numbers and analytics. And here's the other thing. I watch other content, like so many of these prediction channels, like they're all trying to sell you something. Like, old Captain Chad over here, I don't know. Maybe one day I sell out. Like, these guys are sellouts, bro. For Prize Picks, use my code. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, dude. Like, I'm not going to interrupt my video to be like, yeah, like, buy this shit and do this shit. Like, no ads, just baseball breakdowns, camaraderie. And so I hope you guys could appreciate that. I know I would, because I'm just like, what? I'm not fucking signing up with your fucking coupon code, bitch. What are you talking about? Maybe I don't know. I don't know if there's good money in that. You never know. But that's somewhere way down the line. I got Baltimore Orioles to the over tomorrow, and that's the only game that we're going to be breaking down in this particular video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, drop a comment, be the first person to comment on my page, man. No, literally. I mean, I started this page like I started this channel like a week ago. Got some views or whatever, but haven't had any comments yet. It'd be pretty cool to see somebody comment something. So that's what's up, man. Kyle Bradish versus Spencer Miles. You know, on paper, it looks like this is going to be a low scoring game, but nothing makes sense in sports betting. But I am on an absolute fucking heater, and I do wish that everybody was following me so that they could be a benefactor. I'll never sell picks either. You know, I'll go to my special group where you can buy my picks. That's all horseshit, dude. What? Why the fuck would I ever buy somebody else's picks? That's one thing I will literally never do. I will never sell picks. That shit is a fucking scam. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for watching Toodle Pip. I'm Captain Chad, and we will see you in the next one. I don't know if I'm going to drop any more videos for tomorrow's slate, man. I think I'm just going to make this video just to get a video out. And I definitely will have action on the afternoon games, that's for sure, especially if I come up short on this one, because I get tilted so bad with baseball, bro, especially if it like that Cubs-Cardinals game. Man, if any of you watching right now also watched that game today, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was ready to just fucking dump my entire bankroll on the next bet. I was just sick to my stomach. Love you guys. Thank you for watching Toodle Pip. See you later.